8 minutes on hope. I have an image on my wall, a stump of a tree with a new branch growing from it, reaching toward the sun, and below a strong set of roots growing deep into the earth. On it, it says, "May we grow back not to what was, but instead towards what we can become." This is a seed of hope that we can hold and cultivate for ourselves, that we will grow and continue to grow, especially when we pay attention to what needs tending. My friend Nicholas says he loves Baltimore because it's a place where the plants go through the cement cracks. Another image of hope. We have all been through so much, and hope can, during times like these, be in short supply. Hope is an invisible companion. Perhaps we aren't aware that we are hopeful until one day we notice that there's a little less wind beneath our wings. This is when we may find ourselves needing to dig a little deeper for that energy that keeps us moving with ease through life. I'll be honest and say that my store of hope was recently feeling dangerously low. Nightfall seemed harder, the darkness of the season a little more daunting, heavier, sadder, and I was feeling the absence of light to be harder than usual this time of year. What I've learned about hope is that it's not an attitude we can simply conjure in our minds and make stick. Real hope, the kind that grabs you and carries you, lives in the body. This body-sourced energy of hope can at times, and for a number of reasons, become dormant. In our movement through life, this is a natural process when we move from fall into winter and then into spring. In the winter, we have a natural movement towards sleeping more and a gentle call to turn inward and perhaps cultivate something within. But there should always remain a little bit of hope and faith that the goodness of the sun will return, the promise of spring on the horizon in our mind's eye, the tide that pulls us through the eye of the needle of winter. Sometimes something happens and our circumstances thrust the silent spring of hope into dormancy. Perhaps we enter into a chronic state of hopelessness, and then we can experience a profound darkening in our body, emotions, and thinking, and we come face to face with what feels like an unbearable lack of energy. The important thing to remember is that things change, and that energy, that force of buoyancy is there inside of you. It is quietly waiting for you to find it, and with the right kind of activity, you can. We are all born with hope. Hope is the state of our being. It is what is fueling and living through us. It is always there, waiting for our attention. As infants, and perhaps a while beyond that, we are naturally hopeful, worthy, and expectant that we will be met, held, seen, and fed. As infants, our frontal cortex is not functioning yet, so we are pure instinct and unable to have a conversation in our heads about what we should and shouldn't do. We just move instinctively toward life and without hesitation. We expect that through our expression, our needs will be met. When they are, we calm down. If not, we keep trying, and hopefully someone will come soon. If not, our body will take care of us, protect us, and help us in another way. Hope is instinctual. It has been built into our physiology and inner being, so we can survive. To put it another way, hope lives in our nervous system, and we are moving toward life more and more from the moment we are born. We are here to live, and our body systems are designed to ensure that. We are a product of a highly creative and intelligent design that is truly magnificent, better than any machine or technology on Earth. We are all aware of the fact that babies don't know what hope is, and yet they hold the hope and promise of the future, a profound mystery that is ready to unfold. There is an innate form within, and of course that includes within you, that guides these babies toward life without thinking. This natural state of hope, living palpably present in every newborn, is purposefully infectious. Perhaps you are starting to smile as you listen. We can watch what happens to the majority of people as they interact with babies and see that this is true. When I was pregnant with my daughter, a perfect stranger knitted my bundle of hope a blanket. This is the inspiration that can arise from a new vessel of hope coming to earth. We are born worthy and full of hope. We do not hesitate to ask for what we need. We must cultivate this consciously throughout our entire lives. Babies can remind us of that if we want. The absence of, or a little less hope, is also part of the design. It's an opportunity to strengthen our inner muscles and to remember and to cultivate that deeply felt sense of hope that we came to earth with. A wise friend said something like this to me today. If we were happy all the time, we wouldn't be motivated. We wouldn't grow. This play between light and dark is critical. The darkness moves us to the light and the light toward the darkness in a powerful interplay and perfect tension that moves us to develop as humans. We just need to be aware, develop discernment, and tend to the process. One of the things that I do when working with the sensation that comes and pulls me down, the diminishing quality and a lack of hope or inspiration, is to stop. Stop, slow down, and feel it. I use my inner courage to face this dark feeling that I have inside of myself. And I use my nervous system to be with the heaviness. As I do this, I notice how the sensation changes. In that process, I almost